Welcome back to Swift's Logic, brothers and sisters. I'm excited to get another opportunity to share my thoughts with you. As a kid growing up in the 90s, I was prepared by TV, movies, and video games for a plethora of apocalypses. Zombies, nuclear, you name it, I watched it. The one I never thought I'd see, however, was the toilet paper apocalypse. It was wild. I remember seeing YouTubes of people coming to blows over toilet paper. I was struck by the ridiculousness of preparing for zombies and getting this. Also, as a child of the 90s, I was raised with an impending climate disaster ahead. First, it was global warming. Then, at some point, it became climate change. And I saw how vehemently anyone who spoke against those ideas were ridiculed and derided. Now, before anybody thinks I'm on that side, I'm not. I remember it being cold in October. Now it's 70 till Christmas Eve. In fact, I don't remember the last winter I've seen. The odd freak ice storm, but yeah, maybe 2012, 2013. Either way, it's been a while. I have seen the change. So I'm curious. I wanted to know more about this climate change. So I found something that most of you will probably already know. The stated cause of climate change is rising levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now, from my research, people seem to disagree on the biggest cause of carbon emissions: automobiles, cattle farming, rising populations. But whatever the primary cause, there does happen to be a naturally occurring life form on our planet that processes carbon dioxide. Trees and other plants convert CO2 into oxygen. How cool, right? Now, in elementary school, I was taught that 20% of the planet's oxygen was produced in the rainforest in South America. So, can you guess where we get our toilet paper? That very same rainforest. The US, cuts down 17,000 trees a day. Let me say that again: 17,000 trees a day. And that's just us. China does 100K per diem. That's 42,705,000 a year. And that's just two countries. Interestingly enough, I've never have I ever heard this as a primary cause of rising CO2 levels. Now, maybe I'm naive or maybe I'm missing something, but it would seem obvious to me that if you destroy the mechanism for processing CO2, that you would get higher levels of carbon and lower levels of oxygen, which is great for plants but less ideal for us. The last time we had this high a carbon dioxide level was 3 to 5 million years ago in the Pliocene era. And if you look at the fossils of the plants, they were huge. So plants will be fine. Mammals, however, if this trend continues, will either have to adapt to lower oxygen levels or die. Maybe humans can figure out some technological solution for us or our homes, but that's not assured, nor does it help the other animals on the planet. So, what can we do? How can we fix this? I'm reminded of Demolition Man and the Three Seashells. I've been trying to think of ways to combat this issue. I personally switched to a bidet because I couldn't find an adequate replacement, though I thought bamboo or hemp toilet paper would probably be the way to go if we were to move away from eradicating the rainforest. Besides the fact that both grow like weeds and produce lots of oxygen, so it would seem like the most renewable and intelligent way to go if we want to continue to use handfuls of wadded paper to cleanse ourselves. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. One last thing before I leave you. The idea that there's too many humans is, to me personally, a terrifying statement, especially when made by people who think that they are right. And some of the most awful atrocities in history were committed by people who thought they were being righteous. I'd posit that there aren't too many humans, but instead, we haven't yet learned how to manage our resources intelligently, and that unless someone like us cares a whole lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. My love to you all.